this is Coach Hanna from the Vocal Studio Singapore, and I'm here to share with you the mini lesson on how to sing Korean songs nicely. If you like Korean dramas, I'm pretty sure that you've heard quite many Korean official soundtracks, the OSTs. This singer who's going really popular in K-pop and also in the scene of the drama OST. The lady singer's name is Wendy. And today we'll be referencing on Wendy's Say You Love Me from Dynamite Kiss. Definitely articulation and pronunciation is something that you need to train and practice a lot. But when it comes to the singing of Korean songs and pronouncing it within the song context and phrasing, it might be different from the spoken pronunciation. For example, when you are pronouncing a sentence, 날 바라보는 그대 눈빛. You'll probably say all the syllables very clearly. But when you are singing, some of the syllables or the vowels actually have more opening, and some of the syllables or vowels will be quite small, so that there is a nice flow of the expansion and closing within the song context. So in the first verse of this song, Say You Love Me, you can listen for the difference in terms of the pronunciation change for the phrasing. I'll sing a little bit to demonstrate. 한순간에 난 알아봤죠. 가슴속 깊은 곳에서부터 내 안에 머물 사람. So when you sing this line, 가슴속 깊은 곳에서부터, that part especially, we're not singing the last part of the phrase 부터 with very clear open pronunciation like 부터, then it's really expanding the phrase. So I'm going to make it quite small and nicely resonant, as if you are humming, right? 가슴속 깊은 곳에서부터. Next part is the same. 내 안에 머물 사람. So even though 사람 are using the same vowel, 사 is going to have more open quality, and 람 is going to have more humming, nice embracing sound with a smaller vowel pronunciation. The second tip that I have for you in terms of pronunciation and also generally singing in both Korean and English songs will be using a good onset for different parts. In this song, there are several phrases that start with vowel sound. For example, 한순간에 난 알아봤죠. Do you hear that? 알아봤죠, which is opening with a sound. So this one, instead of using aspirated or open vowel, we can add the glottal onset, which sounds like ah, ah, ah. And then you can add the clarity as well as the expression for that phrase. For example, 한순간에 난 알아봤죠. And next part, it's going to be similar. 가슴속 깊은 곳에서부터 내 안에 머물 사람. So when you listen to Wendy singing, you're going to hear quite a lot of parts where she is enunciating the vowels with that onset. Use of the vocal fry for singing can also add to the expression. There are several phrases that start with N sound. So 날, which means me, right? 내 마음, which is my heart. And then 내 안에서, like in the chorus, it's gonna be within me. And Wendy is using a lot of fry to start this song. 날 바라보는 그대 눈빛 내 마음을 설레게 하네요. 마치 기적처럼 날 바람에 실려온 그대라는 존재가 내 안에서 숨을 쉬네요. This is how you can practice the vocal fry by thinking about making creaking door sound. So imagine that you're opening the door and it has a creaky sound. In that way. The important part of this is if you try to really make the sound too hard, you are already losing it. It's just super gentle. If it doesn't come, you have to probably relax more than adding the force. Okay, so that's a tip. Once you have it, then we are going to put like vowels like eh, eh. Another tip that I have for this vocal fry when you're singing, imagine actually you are jumping from a very low sound to the actual note that you are trying to sing. So, for example, you're singing oh, oh, instead of going oh, imagine you're oh, oh, connecting from the fry to the higher note. So that's a tip. And once you are good with just a fry to the voice connection, then you can gently place the consonants, the N or M sound. Eh, 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 eh. In that way, you can just feel that several rounds and then practice and apply in singing. So vocal fry, other than the expression, is also a very useful tip and then practice for developing your vocal fold contact and vibration. So if you have a very breathy sound and you don't feel like your voice is becoming clear or is well, closing in a nice balanced way, then you can try the vocal fry exercises to develop a cleaner and balanced voice tone and vocal folds contact and coordination. 내 사랑은 다 한마디면 돼요. 나 여기서 그댈 기다리고만 있어요. 그대의 마음이 나에게 오는 날을 이젠 알아요. 느낄 수 있어요. The third tip that I have for singing Korean OST nicely is singing the high notes without belting and using more of the breath and nice expression and control to create very soft and delicate expression. So in the chorus, especially if it's after the first verse, you don't want to go straight into the belting of the high notes, right? In the chorus of this song, there are several high notes. For example, 내 사랑한다. So this one you can modify the consonant a little bit. From 다, it's actually 타, 하, 타. 내 사랑한다. You see that it's more of what we call as a voiceless consonant, so that it's not really adding pressure on your throat and the vocal folds. For example, 나 여기서 그댈 기다리고만 있어요. This 리가 has enough of a very smooth, but then enough amount of the breath that's really flowing out from the throat and going out from all these resonators and the mouth and also the nose, right? So there's nothing that's blocking the sound. Okay, so try to sing with a bit of H, right? Not too much so that you lose a contact, but if you try several rounds, you will really find a good balanced tone. How do we really control that good sound? Is really working on the flow of the breath, but not by squeezing of the throat. It's just really, how are you breathing nice softly? 이젠 알아요. Same thing. 이젠 알아요. If you started with this very nice balanced tone, don't try to push too much. You might want to create maybe a slightly bigger space, but it doesn't mean you are pushing harder. So, 이젠 알아요. It's just opening very gently the space making sure the breath is flowing out consistently. So in this mini lesson, we talked about how to use the pronunciation and modify it nicely to make your phrasing smoother, and also onset, how to choose the onset to add to the expression and clarity of the phrases, as well as vocal fries. And lastly, we also talked about how to use the breath control and flow of it to support your high notes that are soft but resonant. So I hope these help you in exploring the K-drama singing. And if you need more help, if you would like to take some lessons at the vocal studio, we are here to work with you. Thank you.